Leo Martinez had survived 3 years on the frontier colony of Kepler 442b through sheer determination and a healthy dose of skepticism. So when the 7-foot-tall Valorian warrior named Anna cornered him in the maintenance bay of the terraforming station, he knew his luck had finally run out. "Human Leo," she declared, her crystalline blue skin shimmering under the fluorescent lights. "You have claimed me according to the ancient customs of my people. We are now bonded. We will produce offspring." Leo dropped his plasma wrench. It clattered against the metal floor with a sound that seemed to echo his internal panic. "I'm sorry, what?" he managed to croak out. Anna's 4 eyes blinked in sequence. A gesture he'd learned indicated confusion among her species. "3 lunar cycles ago, you presented me with sustenance during the communal gathering. You looked into my eyes and spoke the ritual words. Do you not remember?" Leo's mind raced back to the diplomatic dinner with the Valorian delegation. He'd been trying to be friendly, offering Anna a plate of the station's best attempt at alien cuisine. What had he said? Something polite, probably. Something harmless. "You mean when I said, 'Here, I made this for you'?" Anna's chest swelled with what could only be pride. "Yes, the sacred words of bonding. You crafted sustenance with your own appendages and offered it freely. Among my people, this is the highest declaration of romantic intent. The bonding is absolute." Leo felt the blood drain from his face. The Valorians were one of the galaxy's most formidable warrior races, honorable to a fault but utterly uncompromising when it came to cultural traditions. And apparently he'd just accidentally proposed marriage by alien standards. "Listen, Anna, I think there's been a misunderstanding." "There is no misunderstanding, human." Her voice carried the weight of absolute certainty. "I have already informed the matriarch. She has approved our union. It is a great honor. No human has ever been bonded to a Valorian of the warrior caste. That's great, really, but..." "The genetic compatibility tests have been processed," Anna continued, pulling out a holographic display from her armor. "Your human DNA and my Valorian genetics show a 73% compatibility rate. Our offspring will be strong. They will inherit your species' remarkable adaptability and my people's superior strength and longevity." Leo stared at the scrolling genetic data with a mixture of horror and scientific fascination. Humanity had only been part of the galactic community for 2 decades, and already they were discovering that their DNA was disturbingly compatible with a shocking number of alien species. It was both humanity's greatest advantage and, apparently, their most awkward problem. "Anna, I respect your culture, I really do. But in human society, we don't bond through food sharing at diplomatic dinners. It was just being nice." Anna tilted her head, a gesture that looked oddly endearing despite her imposing stature. "Nice? Friendly, polite, not romantic." For a long moment, Anna was silent. Her skin flickered through several colors, blue to purple to a deep red that Leo had learned indicated intense emotion. When she spoke again, her voice was quieter, almost vulnerable. "You did not mean it. The bonding was not intentional?" Leo felt a pang of guilt. He'd spent enough time among different species to understand how devastating cultural misunderstandings could be. "No, I didn't know. But that doesn't mean I don't respect you. You're an incredible warrior and you've been a good friend these past months." "Friend?" Anna repeated the word as if tasting it. "This is the human concept of non-bonded companionship." "Yes, exactly." Anna's skin slowly returned to its normal blue hue. She sat down on a nearby crate, a surprising gesture of informality from someone who usually maintained perfect military posture. "I have made an error. In my eagerness to honor what I thought was your bold declaration, I did not consider that your customs might differ so greatly from ours." Leo carefully sat down beside her, maintaining a respectful distance. "How did the matriarch react when you told her?" She laughed, Anna admitted. "She said humans were unpredictable and that I should prepare for confusion." I thought she meant the confusion of new bonding. I did not realize she meant this. Despite everything, Leo found himself chuckling. "Yeah, we're pretty good at accidentally causing intergalactic incidents." "This is not your fault, Leo Martinez. I should have verified the ritual parameters before making my announcement." She paused, then added with what might have been humor, "Though I have already told my combat unit that I was to have offspring with a human. They will mock me relentlessly. Tell them the human was honored but too intimidated by your warrior prowess," Leo suggested with a grin. Anna's skin flickered with amusement. A quick flash of golden light. You are clever for such a small creature. This is why humans are valuable allies. You think in ways we do not. Small creature? Leo protested. I'm 6 feet tall. As I said, small. They sat in companionable silence for a moment, the awkwardness gradually dissipating. Finally, Leo spoke. For what it's worth, if I was going to accidentally propose to anyone, I'm glad it was you. You're pretty amazing. Anna's skin glowed softly, the Valorian equivalent of a blush. Perhaps we can maintain this friendship instead. I find your presence agreeable. I'd like that, Leo said, offering his hand in the human gesture of agreement. Anna studied his hand for a moment, then carefully shook it with her own 3-fingered grip. But please, human Leo, do not offer food to any more Valorian females. The next warrior might not be as understanding. Noted, Leo agreed. And maybe you could give me a handbook on Valorian bonding customs. Just to be safe. Anna's laugh, a sound like crystal chimes, echoed through the maintenance bay. Yes, this would be wise. Humans need all the help they can acquire. As she stood to leave, her imposing figure once again radiating military discipline, she paused at the doorway. Leo Martinez? Yeah? Thank you for being honorable about this misunderstanding. It is a very human quality, and a good one. After she left, Leo retrieved his plasma wrench and returned to work, shaking his head in amazement. 3 years on an alien world, and he was still learning that the universe was far stranger and far more interesting than humanity had ever imagined. And somewhere in the station, he could hear Anna explaining to her combat unit that, no, there would be no hybrid offspring, and yes, the human was just being friendly, and no, she did not need anyone's pity for the failed bonding. Humanity's greatest strength, Leo reflected, wasn't their adaptability or their innovation. It was their ability to fumble through the cosmos making friends out of catastrophic misunderstandings. It was, he supposed, very human indeed.